If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. Welcome back. Let's get straight into it then. We'll start with the first game, and that is Chelsea versus Fulham. It's a 12:30 p.m. kickoff on Saturday on TNT Sports. This game, I think, is going to be interesting. Being a London derby, I think both teams will really want it. Fulham will start the season well. I think 2 draws, and it's not just 2 draws, it's getting 2 really good points. There would have been good points at the start of the day, but were even better in the situation Fulham were in. 1-0 down at Brighton really late on in added time, that 96th, I think it was 97th minute at the Amex to pull back a point was great. I think Fulham would have taken a point at the start of the day, absolutely would have taken it in the position of added time, stoppage time being behind. And like with Man United, at home to United, would they take a draw at the start of the day? Yeah, it would have probably been okay, but it's even better considering they're 1-0 down and United missed a penalty too. So I think Fulham were in a very good situation after 2 games, and they're looking to strengthen the transfer market. It's been a very quiet window. I think Marcus Silva's been quite open, I think, as well, and it's no secret that Fulham haven't done enough in the market to date to really back him. Chelsea, I think signings coming in take a while to gel, so I think Fulham could be really competitive in the game. I think Chelsea will win because they're being at home. I think Fulham will put up a good fight as they always do in London derby. So I'm going to go with 2-1 Chelsea on the first game of this Premier League game week. So it makes a surprise, first time of the season not to have a Friday night game. Man United versus Burnley then at Old Trafford. United really struggling, knocked out to Grimsby Town. That was quite an embarrassing defeat. United will be looking to respond. I think they'll get the victory, but I think Scott Parker's Burnley are going to be a lot more competitive this season, or a Scott Parker team being a lot more competitive than he has been in his previous 2 spells as manager in the Premier League with Bournemouth and Fulham. So I'm going to go 1-0 United. I think they'll absolutely be made to work for it and get a very scrappy winner towards the end. Moving on to our third game then, Sunderland versus Brentford. Sunderland need to respond to that. A little bit of a disappointing defeat, I think, away to Burnley, home to Brentford. And Brentford look well drilled at the moment under new manager Keith Andrews. There's a big worry about how they cope with all this change. I think they're doing very well, and I think they're going to win this game 3-1. I back Brentford all of a sudden to have a good season. Tottenham then against Bournemouth. Can Spurs keep that 100% winning record going? Bournemouth, on the other hand, talk about change. Areola's experienced a lot of that and has coped to date very well. Very good performance on the opening day of the season at Anfield. Lost 4-2, deserved a lot more. They revealed that fragility of that Liverpool team, were weaknesses shown. Good performance against Wolves, should have won by more than 1, but disappointing to losing the cup to Brentford. They played well, but lacked that clinical edge. Bournemouth are always going to miss chances. I back Tottenham to keep their 100% winning record up. 9 points from 9, 3 wins to 3. I think they're going to win, but I don't think it'll be as comfortable as maybe the scoreline suggests. I'm going to say 3-1 to Tottenham on that one. Then we move into Wolves versus Everton, and this will be interesting. Can Wolves build on the momentum is the question of winning the cup against West Ham. That's what will be interesting to see here. I'm going to go with the goalless draw in this one. I think that would have been the first goalless draw of the season. Correct me, guys, in the chat if I am wrong, but I think that would be the case. I think both teams be good defensively. I think Wolves will tighten up because they conceded too many goals recently, and Everton, we know they're good defensively. Leeds United versus Newcastle then, 5:30 p.m. kickoff. I think Newcastle are going to wipe the floor with Leeds. I'm going to go with 4-0 to Newcastle. That really hurt Leeds. And Leeds need a really good home record if they want a chance to survive. They started well at home, I think it's fair to say, so it's about building on that now. They beat Everton at home, scored from a controversial penalty. So then we move on to Sunday, the 31st of August games. By the way, that 5:30 p.m. game between Leeds and Newcastle is on Sky Sports. But on to the Sunday, 2 p.m. kickoff. Reminder, we have more choice now on the likes of Sky at 2 p.m. Starting with Brighton versus Man City first. City were looking to bounce back to that defeat against Tottenham. They started well, though, against Wolves. Brighton, I think, will cause them real problems. I think a draw in this game. I'm going to go with 1-1. I think Brighton will be competitive this season, definitely in the top half. Maybe I don't know whether they can get Europe or not. And City, I just don't think they're going to be in the title race from what I've seen early on. I think they'll be better than last season, but still not quite in that race. 1-1. Then the other game on Sky. All these games are on Sky today, all 4. Forest versus West Ham at 2 p.m. Forest with their new signings. Nuno's expressed his frustration and just seems like a few broken relationships with upstairs. West Ham in a really sticky situation. They really need to win this, and I think Graham Potter will be let off the hook with an unexpected 2-0 win and a clean sheet. Very rare for West Ham at the moment because they're really, really struggling defensively. Liverpool versus Arsenal then. 4:30 p.m. kickoff Sky Sports. That is the interesting one. Both teams, I think, are going to be neck and neck for a title race this season. Both going strong. You'd think Eze will feature for the first time for Arsenal, and Liverpool were very strong. I, as a Spurs fan, unfortunately, will back Arsenal in this game at Anfield, as well. Because I think Arsenal, this could be their year. They made the big signings, and I just think Liverpool at the moment are vulnerable defensively, and they need to get Mark Gay over the line. They need to get defensive reinforcements. I really like their attacking team, but this is a rare case of having too much good attacking talent that they take out their defensive players. Like in midfield, you've got McAllister, you've got Wirtz, Gravenberch's the only slightly more defensive minded in there. Whereas they need a couple for me. Van Dijk's not getting any younger, although I don't think he's the problem. I think Konate mainly is. Fullback's getting caught out a lot as well, and Firpong's out for Liverpool, I believe. So I do back Arsenal. I think Liverpool make it tough for them. So I'm going to go with 3-2 Arsenal with that, with Liverpool conceding a shock 3 at Anfield, which I think would trigger them to do more in the transfer market on Monday. Villa versus Crystal Palace then, 7 p.m. I mean, it's the battle of the unhappy managers. Glasner wanted Eze to be replaced, doesn't want Mark Gahey to leave. Unai Emery, I mean, hasn't said necessarily he's unhappy, but he said that he doesn't think as much to, like, he can achieve much with Villa this year. And we've always seen with Unai Emery a couple of years, he does well at a club, Villarreal and Arsenal, and it all starts to fall away. I'm backing Aston Villa though to go against what I just said, to be hypocritical, and I go with a 2-1 victory. Those are my Premier League score predictions then for Game Week 3 on your screen. What would you change? Let me know in the comments below. Those are my Game Week 3 Premier League predictions. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a new addition to the channel going into the international break. I thought we'd trial it, but thank you very much for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.